The Secretary General, Central Organization of Trade Union, Brother Francis Atwoli, Honorable Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, former Vice President, Honorable Honorable Musalia, Honorable Senator Wetangula, Honorable members of the National Assembly, my colleagues from Cabinet, the Governor of Nairobi County, His Excellency Mike Mbuvi Sonko, Excellencies, Ambassadors and High Commissioners, fellow workers, ladies and gentlemen. It is with profound humility that I join you on this auspicious occasion of International Workers' Day. As we celebrate the achievements of the Kenyan workers in the endeavor to build a prosperous nation, we also acknowledge and honor the contributions of the entire labor movement. This day provides the workers and the social partners in the sector an opportunity for reflections on the gains and challenges made over the years. Indeed, the spirit of Labor Day fits well with our national aspirations of celebrating workers' contribution to the economy. This year's Labor Day is also special as it comes at a time when International Labour Organization is celebrating 100 years of its existence. Ladies and gentlemen, the theme of this year's celebration, eradicating poverty to create jobs, as espoused by Kotu, resonates well with our President's sustained effort in fighting this vice. Indeed, corruption world over continues to impair social and economic development by reducing investment and job opportunities, besides promoting inefficiencies at the workplace and affecting motivation and productivity of workers. In response to our President's call, therefore, we must not spare effort to galvanize a coalition of social partners to confront this vice. Fellow workers, labor, identified as an enabler of social economic transformation under the Kenyan Vision 2030, plays a central role in the attainment of the Big Four agenda of raising manufacturing sector, food and nutritional security, universal health coverage, and affordable housing. Overall, the government will target to create 1 million new jobs in the manufacturing sector and thereby raise the sector's contribution to GDP from the current 8.5% to 15%. While universal health coverage will not only improve access to health services of the Kenyan workers, but immensely contribute to enhance motivation and increase productivity of workers. Additionally, affordable housing aimed at ensuring access to decent and affordable dwellings, particularly to the low earners, will not only safeguard workers' dignity, but also create more employment opportunities for Kenyans. In realization of these four agendas requires an atmosphere of harmonious labor relations between the social partners. In this respect, I appeal to the workers and employers to support government efforts in its noble pursuit of shaping socio-economic landscape of our nation. Ladies and gentlemen, despite initiating numerous policy infrastructure and creating suitable environment for productivity improvement and competitiveness, the uptake in the public sector remains low. Public service performance and service delivery may not necessarily improve by mere increase in funds allocation, but requires a complete change of attitude and work culture among public servants. In this respect, the government has introduced reform initiatives that nurtures an integrated system of productivity improvement and work culture across government ministries and agencies with a view to ensuring efficient and effective service delivery to wananchi. Noting the importance of industrial harmony, my ministry has established an elaborate institutional mechanism for management of industrial conflict and fostering of social dialogue. However, the industrial relations landscape in the country has been quite turbulent in the recent past, particularly in the public sector, with the health and education sectors as the most affected. The strikes and work stoppages have continued to deny Kenyans essential services and inflicting immeasurable suffering and inconvenience, not mentioning the negative image it portrays of the country as a shaky investment destination. To mitigate the hazardous effects of strikes, my ministry has put in place the following measures. It has established alternative dispute resolution organ with a fully serviced secretariat to handle all labor-related disputes. This mechanism is not only expeditious, cost-effective, but also preserves good relations between workers and employers. Further, it has established a panel of conciliators consisting of 13 prominent labor practitioners to facilitate the process of dispute resolution. I wish to add that indeed, this method has already led to successful resolution of complex disputes like the between KNUT and TSC, at the same time between Council of Governors and Ministry of Health on one side, and the Kenya National Union of Nurses on the other. It has further developed the Labor Relations Amendment Bill 2018, expected to operationalize dispute resolution in both public and private sectors, and now awaiting public participations. Further, it has initiated a host of reform measures aimed at strengthening policy and legal frameworks, from review of the industrial policy, labor relation charter, development of labor relations policy, and wages remuneration policy with a view to aligning them to Constitution and best global practices. It is my hope that the social partners will accord these ongoing reforms the necessary support. Fellow workers, labor migration contributes significantly to the development of our national economy. The over 4 million Kenyans in the diaspora provide immense human and capital resources in the form of remittances, knowledge, skills, and technology transfers. Last year alone, the inward formal annual remittance stood at Kenya shilling 270 billion. In spite of these contributions, some Kenyans seeking employment abroad and those already working in these countries face some challenges. To address this, the government has put in place measures from signing of bilateral labor agreements with key destination countries to vetting of all private employment recruitment agencies by interagency vetting committee in addition to posting of labor attaches. Further, a labor migration policy and labor migration management bill have been developed to streamline the migration of Kenyan migrant workers. Acknowledging the importance of industrial and entrepreneurial skills as a precursor to youth employability, the government initiated Kenya Youth Employment Opportunities Project, targeting over 770,000 youths, is well on course. So far, 2,509 youths have been trained by National Industrial Training Authority for different skills and displayed and placed on internship, while over 6,000 enrolled in December 2018 are expected to complete by June 2019. Additionally, through Kenya Labor Market Information Systems, the youth of this country have also been provided with information on trends in the local labor market to facilitate informed occupational and career choices. Further, the national internship policy, which is ready for rollout and expected to impact on the job skills acquisition, is expected to enhance employability of graduates from our educational and training institutions, thereby contributing to their chances of acquiring sustainable jobs. Ladies and gentlemen, noting the importance of occupational safety and health as a key facilitator of labor productivity, the government is implementing a new occupational safety and health curriculum in addition to constructing a modern regional institute for training of occupational safety and health experts. The government is also in the process of migrating registration of workplaces and process of compensation of injured workers to a new digital platform to improve employers' and workers' access to these services. In its effort to expedite timely payment of work injury benefits, in the last 2 years alone, Kenya shilling 970 million from a total of Kenya shilling 1.2 billion have been fully paid out to the respective affected workers. Ladies and gentlemen, to achieve a balanced socio-economic development, it is important to acknowledge and plan for the population that are not directly participating in the labor market, such as children, elderly, and vulnerable groups. To this end, the government is focused on enhancing social security and social protection for the vulnerable groups to help them meet their basic life requirements. Over the last 6 years alone, the number of beneficiaries under the various cash transfer programs, ranging from older persons cash transfer to orphans and vulnerable children and persons living with severe disabilities, has increased from about 400,000 in 2013 to the current 1.3 million beneficiaries. In total, over the period, 125 billion have been disbursed with a standing annual budget of shilling 27 billion. These funds will go a long way in cushioning the vulnerable segments of the society and enable them to live a life of dignity. Ladies and gentlemen, as a nation, in view of the emerging global changes in the future of work, we need to devise new strategies of work and protection of labor. For instance, technological advances, artificial intelligence, automation, and robotics will create new jobs and result in the loss of some. Those who lose their jobs in the transition may be the least equipped to seize the new opportunities, and that today's skills may not match the jobs of tomorrow, and newly acquired skills may quickly become obsolete. Additionally, aware of the ever-expanding youth population and the attendant pressure on labor markets and social security systems, there is need for urgent alignment and adaptation of workforce to the demands of rapidly changing workplace. In these regards, the trade unions, employers, and government need to work together to make economies and labor markets more inclusive by giving working people a just share of economic progress and offer protection against risk in return for their continuing contribution to the economy. I also wish to state that here, we are still in the process of negotiating at the wages councils between the employers and the employees, so that a negotiation on whether there's going to be a wage increase, I think we are going to discuss later in the course of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, I wish to reiterate the government's commitment to the spirit of job creation, social dialogue, sound labor relations, and social protection for the vulnerable. These are the tenets upon which we can achieve sustainable development, and I call upon our social partners to live by them as we build a vibrant and productive workforce. I thank you all, and happy Labor Day to all of you.